For research and faith, for me, they're very intimately connected, and probably in two ways. One, so I'm a professor, so of course I do research, but the other thing is I teach and help sort of organize and run a university, uh, working on committees and things like that. I think a university is a fascinating place because it's like you meet so many different people. You meet obviously people who are young, and they seem to keep getting younger, but also older people my age, senior emeritus professors and staff. And then you meet people from all around the world. You meet people from totally different backgrounds. And it's just an amazing sort of mishmash of people. And so my faith impacts how I try to work with people and sort of how I think about the diversity of the people here. When I look at the Bible, I see Jesus way before his time and the way he interacted with people of various different backgrounds, different religions, women and men, and that's something I try to emulate, and that has a deep impact on how I try to act. I don't always live up to what I hope are my standards, but I think I'm better than I would have been if I didn't have that example. And then in terms of my research, my faith has actually a less direct but still very, very strong impact. In physics, if you go back into the history of physics, various famous physicists will say various things like they're trying to read the mind of God or see the hand of God. Various people from Einstein on down to say things like that. But there are also physicists who actually see that as a real goal. They believe in a God and they want to understand God's mind and God's thinking. People like Newton and Maxwell and Faraday, just giants of my field. And for me, I'm more toward that side. For me, it really is sort of a deep honor to be able to study these things and to sort of understand how the universe was created. And so I think my faith puts that in perspective and gives me, if anything, even more of a reverence and a seriousness in which I approach the questions that I study in my work.